Hey, man, I just tell the truth.
Come on, man.
And they don't like that.
This is for women as they age. If they don't have kids, that they're going to, as they get closer and closer to the 30s, it's a self-defense mechanism. Like, hey, bitch, you're about to be 30. You're 80% of your eggs are about to be gone. Like, come on, make a move, right? So some of this is like human programming to, help women defend against them not being able to have a lineage. Because at the end of the day, guys, we all know that we're put on earth to have children, right? To spread our seed and, have little mini-me's. So with women, they come to this realization a little bit later in life, right? Earlier in life. And not only do they come to this realization earlier in life, they come to it through their outside environment, right? Now, one of two things happens. Either A, they wake up and say, damn, I can't do this forever and I need to find a guy. Or B, they double down, accept reality, and then continue to be a 304 well into their 30s, 40s, 50s, right? Now, very few women are able to do the latter, right? Very few. Most women end up having to kind of change their situation and try to find a guy, right? But here's the problem. They gained a bunch of experience a lot of the times with higher status men, and they've developed a type, okay? Now, this is important because when women develop a type, what ends up happening is it's very difficult for them to deviate from that type, okay? If you look at a girl, most women, right? And I were to show you their last 5 boyfriends, all of them are going to be very similar, okay? They're all going to be very similar if you look at a girl's 5 past boyfriends. Men, on the other hand, though we might have a type, that doesn't mean that we won't deviate from our type. Women typically are far more rigid in what they like, okay? Now, the problem is when girls have a type, these types tend to be men that have high sexual market value, but very bad parental investment or parental value. Does that make sense? Because most men, if given the opportunity to have multiple women, typically don't settle down. And they don't make good parental fathers. Their sexual market value is high because they're able to establish these bad boy tendencies and shit like that. But they might not be necessarily the best person to have a relationship with. And this is the conundrum that a lot of women end up in, where they've dealt with a certain caliber of man, a certain type of guy. That's what they're attracted and aroused by. But then they realize that this guy might not be conducive to a longer term relationship. Okay, the smart ones at least figure that one out. The idiots just keep banging their head against the fucking wall thinking like they're going to turn one of these guys into a Prince Charming. And then they kind of enter a fork in the road where it's like, okay, I'm ready to change. I no longer want to be on the carousel. But the guys that are good guys are boring. And the reason why she knows that the good guys are boring is because she's been with the bad boys. And the reason why I tell you guys to get with women that have lower body counts, preferably a virgin if you can, right, is because the less bodies a woman has, the less likely she is to develop bad habits. Does that make sense, chat? I want you guys to really understand this. This is very important. I'm not telling you guys to get with girls that are low body counts and virgins because I want you guys to be on some weirdo shit. No. It's because she has a smaller body of work to compare you to other men with, man. That is the key. Okay? This is why women that have low body counts are so fucking important to have. Right? The lower the body count, the lower her body of work. The lower her body of work, the more she'll appreciate you. Does that make sense, chat? This is why it's so imperative. Because the more partners a woman has, the more likely she is to get a type, the more likely she is to want to be with that type, and then the more likely she is to compare you to that type if she does decide to take a chance on you and you're not her typical avatar. I need you guys to understand this. If there's one thing you guys learn from this stream, right? I want you to take this with you guys. Women always, 99% of the time, almost always, think the grass is greener on the other side. I'm going to say that again. This is life-saving advice for some of you niggas in here. I'm dead ass. I'm fucking serious. This is some life-saving advice. Understand this. If you could take one thing from this fucking stream, besides the Iran war and Brittany Renner being a 304 and riots, also, women always think the grass is greener on the other side. This is precisely why it's easier for them to break up with you. This is precisely why they get over relationships faster. This is precisely why they initiate most of their breakups. This is precisely why they behave the way that they do and they don't respect male authority and they feel as though no one can touch them, right? Oh shit, look who it is.
Right.
Look who it is.
W. When we starting?
Probably like 10:30.
Killing it.
All right, man. Cool. Okay, I'm glad that you came in because you actually that lit.
Bro, you hired a Jew.
Yeah. Which one? Which one?
Israeli girl. She's super nice.
Who? Who?
Sophia.
Oh, she's here? Okay. Yeah.
Jewish and you didn't even know?
No, I knew she was one of them boys. So, anyway, little cameo there. So, once you guys understand that, right, that they think that the grass is always greener on the other side, yeah, we're going to have them on for after hours, niggas. Once you figure out that they always think that the grass is greener on the other side, guys, you'll figure out how to move. And this is why it's so imperative to get with women that have low body counts. That is why. Their body of work is small, therefore, they're going to appreciate more things from you. Okay? The more partners a woman has, the more chances she has to compare you to some other nigga that did better than you. And then, keep in mind, guys, this is the natural mind state of women. The grass is greener on the other side. You guys want to know what social media does to that? You guys want to know what the internet does to that? You guys want to know what dating apps does to that? You know what it does to that? It makes it 10 times worse. Women already had this mindset that the grass is greener on the other side. But then if you add, think of this grass is greener on the other side. Think of it as like a fire, okay? It's a fire, the female fire. Women always think they could do better, grass greener on the other side. Cool. That's the natural state of things. That's naturally hypergamy. Now, let's add in Instagram, kerosene. Now, let's add in fucking dating apps. More oil. Now let's add in fucking clubs. Burning logs. So that little fire that you had, now it's exploded. Now it's a real dumpster fire. The whole block is on fire now. So social media has exacerbated all the bad traits of modern day females. This grass is greener on the other side. Now they actually believe it. Because they open up their phone and they see all these dudes hitting them up. I'm good. Why do you guys think so many women flake on dates? Why do you guys think so many women don't respect men? Why do you think so many women are insufferable? It's because their egos are propped up from social media. So they always think that they can do better. And someone like Brittany Renner, to bring this back full circle for you guys, she was one of those women. Luckily for her, she woke up a little bit too late though. Because the reality is, like I said before, women can't be hosts forever. They really can't. They really can't. So this is the battle that women have with themselves when it comes to trying to strike a balance between finding a guy that's their type, that's attractive, while simultaneously also trying to get that security. She thought she could get that with Kevin Gates, but it didn't work. Because, like I told you guys before, Brittany Renner is cooked. You want to know why? She's dated millionaires, athletes, celebrities. Nobody qualifies for her anymore. So since no one qualifies for her anymore, she's still going to date these top-tier guys. But these top-tier guys are going to have other bitches. So she's always going to be like a side chick to a degree. And this is the curse of dealing with higher status men. It's a curse. I'll be honest with y'all, bro. It's a curse for women.
I feel like I mastered that. My soul was crying out for something different to evolve. So it makes my life a lot easier, even just in terms of dressing and wearing hijab, with the way I conduct myself. It is just in complete alignment with where I am going as a woman and, you know, what I want for myself too.
Has it because obviously, you know, like you said, your son's birthday's coming up, or is he starting to?
Well, he just turned 4 May 5th.
Guys, smash the like button, bro. We got 883 likes. Smash it.
Cinco de Mayo, baby.
How has it affect you as a mother?
I mean, it's really like. I mean,
Like, did he was he like kind of confused? Like, Mom, why are you why are you?
no.
No?
I mean, because like I think one time I wore a niqab, so the
Yeah.
niqab is just with your eyes. I'm wearing
Right.
a hijab. He wasn't phased by it. You know, he's
Right,
very
right,
used to seeing me in hijab. I've taken it off. I'm at home. You know, off the couch. He'll grab it. Here's your hijab. So, yeah. I mean, he doesn't see. He says a lot of like Arabic words though. He'd be like Allahu Akbar. Like he's a little Muslim baby, and you know I wouldn't force that on him. He's his own person, but it's funny. He'll pray with me and stuff like that. So
What
it's fun.
inspired you to come to the religion in general? Because, like I said, caught a lot of people off guard. Was there anything like a catalyst or something that happened that kind of brought you to Islam?
I was no stranger to Islam.
Let's see what her explanation is here.
You know, it was put on my heart a long time ago, like 2019. It was put on my heart then, but I just
It was put on her heart back then, but guess what? 2019, how old was she? She was in her 20s. I'm not gonna fucking wear a hijab and not be a 304 when I'm at my peak. No, thank you.
Welcome, punch!
She wanted to have her fun, chat. She wanted to have her cake and eat it.
wasn't ready to accept it. And it's the only
Translation, I wasn't ready to accept it because I was having too much damn fun fucking these rappers and NBA players.
religion that I've been drawn to. I loved how peaceful every Muslim I met was. I loved the way they greeted each other. I loved their camaraderie. But at the
Yeah, but I wasn't ready for it back then because I wanted to have my fun.
time, I'm thinking, what does that have to do with me?
Right.
I'm not a
Yeah, I'm not religious. I just want to suck dick.
religious person, and I'm out here doing what I'm doing. And, you know,
Being a 304.
last time you guys saw me, you know, I'm getting
Because here's the thing with Islam. Islam actually protects women from themselves. Chat. It actually is one of the best religions to protect women from themselves. Because we know they're retarded. We know this. Right? We know that they fucking, if you leave them to their own devices, they're going to be self-destructive and fuck their shit up. We know this.
carried out the club, like getting blackout drunk at
11/11 in
at
Scottsdale.
11 in Scottsdale. Go down there if you guys want to have a good time. But it's
Please.
like, but
Well,
yes,
we'll have to book you for something else now.
I mean, something wholesome, yeah.
Something wholesome.
Yeah, I don't know. But,
I don't know.
You know, but yeah. So I mean, there's that.
Nah. So what are you up to? Like, obviously, I know you know, you're multi-talented. I know you're a fucking author. But we know you as for your personality, and I feel like this is like a great opportunity for you to kind of like, one, shed light on your religion, but also two, break down some of the misconceptions about the religion. Because when we think of Islam, a lot of ignorant people think that it is like, you know, the women's rights are like super, you know.
No, women actually have a lot of rights in Islam. They could divorce, they could own property, they could work, they could do all that shit. It's just that a lot of the limitations on females in Islam is to prevent them from being whores. The limitations almost always have to do with their sexuality.
Easy if you think of some you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like you have an opportunity not only to kind of break down some of those stereotypes, but also kind of show a side to a whole new community that might not necessarily be educated about the religion.
Yeah, I mean, so currently I've been filming for my own podcast show. It's about love and relationships. So I've been
Okay.
doing that.
LOL.
And I do have another book in the chamber. I'm not sure just that, but I think right now my highest timeline that makes me the most excited is my
Smash the 304 says, bro, she's selling purity. There's a reason why Kevin Gates is divorcing her. Yeah, bro, of course. I'm telling you, man, you could take the 304 out the whorehouse, but you can't take the whore out the 304, man. Myron, should I recontact the girl who friend zoned me because I was in a career transition once my job situation proves that she was into me? She probably wasn't into you, bro. I mean, look, you want to go ahead and rekindle that fire, you can, but bro, the only way you're going to get out the friend zone, dude, when it comes to women is you're going to have to drastically increase your sexual market value from the last time she saw you. Because a lot of times when girls put you in a friend zone, it's because they see you as low sexual market value. So the only way that you could break out of that friend zone is you got to basically like not see her for 5 years and come back like the man. Then you can maybe do some shit.
podcast show.